A Pakistani girl quickly became popular in 2022 on the Chinese internet. People were very curious about why this Pakistani girl could speak Chinese so fluently, and with a Henan accent. Is she really Chinese? In fact, she was adopted by a Chinese couple when she was a baby. She was not born in China, but she grew up almost entirely in China.
老表们，回来割麦了，你看麦熟了，快点回来啊！黄瓜片的给你安排上，喝啤酒吃面的，喝菠萝啤啊，赶紧回来，你看这麦黄了啊，赶紧回来收，你看。
Fan was born in Henan province in the 1960s. He grew up in a poor family and had to work very early to make a living. He had worked in various jobs. In 2001, Fan was working as a steel bar worker at a construction site. His foreman contracted a project in Pakistan and asked him if he was willing to work with him in Pakistan. When Fan heard that the salary was higher than in China, he agreed and took his wife to follow the construction team to Pakistan. In 2002, Fan and his wife had been working in Pakistan for a year. One day in August, Fan was on his way home from get off work when he suddenly heard a baby crying. He looked for the baby in an old cardboard box in the corner. Inside was a newborn baby. So Fan asked around to find out who the baby girl belonged to, but he couldn't find the child's parents after searching for a long time. Pakistan's economy is backward, the fertility rate is high, and they may prefer boys. Fan guessed that the baby girl was probably a poor child abandoned by her parents. If he hadn't found and taken good care of her, she would have died on the streets of Pakistan. Considering that they didn't have their own children, he and his wife quickly decided to adopt the girl. Then, Fan took the baby girl and his wife to Pakistan to go through the adoption procedures. Although adopting a child in China requires many checks and strict requirements. But in Pakistan, there is no need for such a cumbersome process. As long as the adoptive couple are over 30 years old and have no children, have no physical illness that does not support the adoption of a child, and have sufficient financial ability, they can adopt a child in Pakistan. Fan and his wife fully meet the adoption requirements in Pakistan, so they quickly obtained Pakistan's permission to adopt the baby girl. At the same time, Fan obtained relevant certificates from the Chinese consulate. Considering that there was no one to take care of the child in Pakistan, they returned to the Chinese countryside. The girl came to China with her parents, and she has since become a Chinese citizen. Although she was their adopted daughter, Fan and his wife loved the child very much. After returning to the village, Fan specially asked someone to give the girl an elegant name, Fan Jiha, and sent Jiha to school, hoping that she would have a good future. In fact, Jiha's family's economic conditions were not good. Fan was a typical hardworking and conscientious farmer. Because his body no longer allowed him to do too much physical work on the construction site, he could only grow some fruits in the countryside for income. Her mother used to earn a meager salary in the factory, and later she also stayed at home to farm. Despite this, in Jiha's memory, her childhood was happy and carefree. She looked forward to her father buying her chicken legs every day, and she also liked to ride on a tricycle with her father to go to the market, because in the market, Fan would buy her toys, delicious food, and beautiful clothes. Fan's house was filled with various sundries, but Jiha's bedroom was very warm, even the dressing table was in the style of a princess, and only her bedroom was equipped with an air conditioner. In her village, because of her dark skin, the villagers gave Jiha a nickname, Little Black Girl. When she was laughed at by people around her, her parents would try their best to protect her. Jiha grew up in love, so she was very confident. When her classmates said that she was a wild child picked up by her parents, Jiha would fight back and say, "Yes, I am most fortunate to be picked up by my parents, not by your parents." Her classmates are often speechless by her. Jiha's academic performance was not particularly good. In 2020, she failed to get into university, so she decided to go out to work. She worked on the assembly line in a factory. Because the work was boring, she quit and returned to her hometown in July 2022. China is a country that attaches great importance to academic qualifications. It is difficult for a girl like Jiha, who has low academic qualifications and no special abilities, to find a good job. Jiha likes to watch short videos, so she registered her own account on the Chinese TikTok douyin platform, using her nickname Little Black Girl. Then, she casually shot and uploaded a short video of her standing in the field and lamenting that it was raining again. Unexpectedly, this first video became popular all of a sudden. A girl with a foreign appearance spoke fluent Henan dialect. This huge contrast made people feel very interesting. She has a video of eating noodles from her hometown, which increased her account by 200,000 followers in 3 days. She brought happiness to people, and people liked her. Netizens joked, if she doesn't speak, she is a world-famous model, and if she speaks, she will eat more steamed buns. Fans also called her the Henan province version of Cleopatra. As Jiha's story became known to more and more people, she began to accept various interviews and participate in various TV shows. Currently, Jiha has 1.58 million fans on Douyin, and her monthly income exceeds $10,000. The first thing she did with the money she earned was to take wedding photos for her parents and then decorate their house. She also hopes to buy a new house for her parents in the city. Jiha also has an idea to promote agricultural products from her hometown. Many businesses have already found her. Since she has received a lot of attention and recognition, she now has great commercial value, and many businesses are willing to cooperate with her. Jiha said in an interview, "Because my parents dote on me, they don't want me to work in the fields. When I was a child, my father worked in the mine. Every night when he came back, he would bring me chicken legs, but he didn't have any to eat. They just wanted to give me the best. And when I was a child, I was often sick, and my father would hold me in his arms to see a doctor in the snow in winter. My father is a very great man. My parents are shy, they are the kind of people who will express themselves with practical actions rather than words. Now, every video I post has hundreds of thousands of likes. I am also surprised by this popularity, because I have a very different face and can speak fluent Henan dialect. Everyone likes me for this contrast. I may go to help people in my hometown, sell walnuts, and so on. Now there are many first-tier city media companies that want to sign me. But I just don't want to sign with them. I just want to stay in Henan, film my parents, and film the things and people around me, so that more people like Henan. I also want to spend more time with my parents. I do whatever I want." Talking about the feeling of being loved by everyone, Jiha said that she was very happy and surprised. Sometimes, she would bring her parents to live broadcast together. Like most girls, Jiha likes to wear beautiful dresses and likes small animals. She has 2 dogs and a cat, and she loves her pets very much. However, Jiha's popularity on the internet has also brought her some troubles. She is often recognized when she goes out, and they will say, "Are you that internet celebrity? I saw you on my phone." She said, "Many people will take their phones to take pictures of me, and I have to be very careful about my words and actions." Jiha said that she doesn't like being secretly photographed by others. Even more excessive is that someone broke into her home with a mobile phone and a selfie stick. Because of this, considering the safety issue, she had to install a surveillance camera at the door of her home that was out of tune with the surroundings. Jiha said, "I will work hard to get what I want instead of waiting. But it is really tiring and depressing. After all, you have more than 1 million fans. Anyway, it is very depressing. You must always maintain good behavior. It is very depressing." Talking about her future plans, she said, "I want to work hard to make money to buy a house for my parents in the city, and I hope that one day the number of fans can reach 5 million. I have lived in this mountain since I was a child, and I have developed feelings for the small rivers and streams, wheat fields, and rapeseed. Later, I want to create an agricultural account with my parents, to tell more people about rural life in Henan. I don't have any other plans. If my short video account is not popular in the future, I will find a job and work hard." There is a wedding photo in the living room of Jiha's home. It was taken by Jiha and her parents not long ago. Her mother said that she didn't take wedding photos when she got married, so she took them to take photos immediately. She has basically never been out of Henan province, and she is full of curiosity about many places. Jiha smiled and said, I haven't been to many places. If I have the opportunity this year, I want to take my parents to travel to Tibet. I think you may also be curious whether Jiha will go back to Pakistan to find her biological parents. Regarding this question, she said that she is not interested in this matter. Henan is her hometown, and her adoptive parents are her parents. She only wants to be filial to them in this life. She said, I grew up in the countryside, and the money I earn is enough for me to spend. Now I basically save all the money I earn. I want to buy a house in the city for my parents to live in. My parents don't have any wishes, they feel good at home. We believe that Fan and his wife will be proud of their daughter, which is a reward for their good deeds. They love each other, and they are lucky to have each other. It is really a heartwarming story. Jiha and his adoptive parents will definitely live happily. Let us bless Jiha and her adoptive parents.